Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And now it's time for Raw Week 7. This is the new and next edition of Humorous Mode. When I mean new, I mean another edition of Humorous Mode. That's what I meant. So we're live from Montgomery, Alabama, bring to you Raw Week 7. And we are head over heels of SmackDown exclusive No Surrender pay-per-view. Man, what pay-per-view that was. Anyway, here we go. It wasn't better than Raw's early pay-per-view, though. Let's be honest. I am, of course, the Raw commentator. And I do not have a name. I also don't have a name for ECW and SmackDown, but I need to go back to being a character for Raw. Anyway, I don't know why y'all there. We're kicking things off here. X Division title tournament action. This is the finals. I wasn't able to immediately say it because the entrances are so fast. But let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, this is right here is the finals of the X Division title tournament. It was an 8-man tournament. We started at 8. We're down to 2. Found 2 men, Zack Ryder and Ricochet. Ricochet going as Prince Puma again. Last time when he faced up against Cody Rhodes in the quarterfinals, he was Ricochet. Then in the semifinals when he faced off against, I'm checking back here 1 second, because I just forgot who he got against. No, never mind. He was Ricochet when he faced off against Cody Rhodes in week 6. That was in whatever. No, right, my bad. In week 5, he was Ricochet against Fandango. Week 6, he was Prince Puma. Week 7, once here again, he's as Prince Puma. It's just that I got him written down as Ricochet, even though, he's 2. He's Ricochet and he's Prince Puma. For this one, we'll make him go as Prince Puma again. Zack Ryder, he's surprisingly gone very far. He's defeated Christian. He's also defeated... I don't know. Do I really have to check back again? He's defeated men. He's defeated multiple men. He's defeated... 3 to get into his tournament along with Ricochet. 2, 3, whatever. Anyway, it's an 8-man tournament. Both these men survived to the final 2 SC right there. Choke, spike slam. Ricochet just absolutely demolished and Zack Ryder here. Now, of course, these 2 men are faces, so I couldn't have cared less. But, of course, in order for me to keep my job here as Raw GM Eric Bischoff, as your Raw commentator, your Raw GM Eric Bischoff has told me that I still need to announce the face versus face matches, which kind of said was super kick from Ricochet. I've lately been on Zack Ryder's side. Lately, even though he's like the only face I cheer for here in Raw. I care about the heels, but whatever. At this point, the one I'm really looking forward to is Zack Ryder. He's been having some pretty good matches here in this tournament. Shall see how he fares off against Prince Puma. Okay, same man Ricochet, but when he's Prince Puma, more athletic ability. Not to mention, looks way clear. Oh no, not my announce table. Come on. Ricochet, or should I say Prince Puma? Fine, just call him Prince Puma for this one. Again, center my announce table. Come on, why Zack Ryder? Why my announce table? We all know I care about my announce table very much. My announce table, it's been through a lot. Gets smashed like almost every week in Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. Well, we got separate announce tables, but I care about mine, ECW, and SmackDowns. They care about theirs. Whatever, we care about our announce tables. That's the only thing we have in common. As a back-to-back powerbomb, I was a little bit late in calling that action. Zack Ryder on the count 9. Are you kidding me? This tournament's gonna end via count out. Prince Puma not Ryder against out of the ring. That was like a 3-4 minute matchup where Prince Puma, I can't even quickly get into the action, my god. Prince Puma, anyway, he wins the tournament. He's exhibition champion, and we immediately go into the number 1 contenders matchup. I know this came by so quickly, which doesn't make it all that special anymore. And Tyson Kidd immediately getting eliminated by Chris Sabin. Tyson Kidd, probably one of the most underrated wrestlers in this roster here. But anyway, don't care about that. Anyway, I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes or Magnus in this matchup. Don't want anybody else but either Rhodes or Magnus. So one less face. One less good guy. Goody two-shoes in this matchup. I care about the heels. Anyway, I see right there, Juice and Thunder Liger. Hurricane and Matt Hart is a 10-man battle royal. Number 1 contenders for the Exhibition Championship. And Manic is gone as well. Man, down to 7. And make that down to 6. Chris Sabin went flying from Juice Thunder Liger to the crown. And now Juice and Thunder Liger eliminating 2 men in this matchup. And so there was what, 6? Yeah, there were 6. Christian, he's in the Brood. So hopefully Christian can win this matchup. I'm cheering for Christian, Rhodes, and Magnus. I do like the Brood. Christian, he's probably the weakest link in the Brood so far. And also, due to Christian being a very weak link in the Brood, Gangrel has informed Raw GM Eric Bischoff that there's a new member in the Brood. And there was a debuting superstar that debuted in a matchup against Goldberg, in which Goldberg absolutely demolished the superstar. But anyway, it's Vampiro. Or Vampiro, whatever you want to say it. Anyway, he's in the Brood, ironically enough. He represents Vampire, so, fits in well with Edge, Christian, and Gangrel. And he'll be in a tag team matchup with Gangrel later on night against AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, Styles and Nakamura there in the rivalry with Undertaker and Kane, so we shall see on who gets momentum for that one. Also, we're going to have Breezango and the Brood. They're having like a little tiny thing in which we see on who is going to become number one contenders for Raw Tag Titles. But anyway, that tag team matchup between Vampiro and Gangrel versus Styles and Nakamura. Sorry, that's not today, but that is going to be on next week edition, the Week 8 show of Raw. Magnus is gone. Anyway, but yeah, that'll be in the Week 8 edition of Raw. This Week 7. In the Week 8 edition, that's Raw's go-home show before the joint branded SmackDown, East and Raw joint branded pay-per-view live from the MSG. Well, at least it's an event. So yeah. Anyway, these numbers have definitely shrunk at this point. And I think, Christian, he yelled that he hurt his arm, and I think Christian's injured. So if Christian has an injured arm, it doesn't matter. He's the weakest link in the Brood. Edge and Gangrel, they've been doing all the work, and so whatever. And also, we got Vampiro now in the Brood. So at this point, it doesn't even matter. Christian holding on to the arm. He's seriously injured in that arm. And now, just like that, that's how quickly a career could just change. Christian, hopefully not serious injury, power slam. Not power slam, but whatever, by Cody Rhodes. We got Juice Thunder, we got Cody Rhodes, we got Jeff Hardy, we got Sami Zayn, we got Christian. Also, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. They are your Raw Tag Team Champions, so imagine if one of them wins. Well, at this point, that one of them could be Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy has already been eliminated, so can Jeff win? Jeff could probably be holding 2 titles. Never mind. As Juice Thunder now picks up his 3rd elimination. Cody Rhodes and Christian, they're still in this matchup. Doesn't matter because Christian at this point is injured, so it doesn't matter if he wins. Sami Zayn eliminated Juice and Thunder Liger. So we are down to 3. Rhodes, Christian, Zayn. Surprisingly, 2 heels and 1 face. Zayn being the only face. Christian and Cody Rhodes, they should just double team him at this point. But with our Bullet Club represented by Cody Rhodes. AJ Styles, he's also part of Bullet Club, but Bullet Club, they haven't been having, tag team-ups across SmackDown, East and Raw. They're all split up. But we got Rhodes and Styles here in Raw. We got the Young Bucks over on SmackDown. We got East, they have Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, and they got Omega, Cole, and Finn Balor. So they're most likely to pull off a Bullet Club reunion, but not yet. We don't know. Have Styles and Rhodes have a little bit of a Bullet Club moment. Anyway, going back into the action. Next up in this matchup, we got a momentum matchup. CM Punk, your WWE champion, going 1-1 against one of the number one contenders, Bobby Lashley. Because it has now been announced, like last week, that's going to be a triple threat matchup between Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and CM Punk. Lashley, of course, number one contender. Roman Reigns, he has his rematch clause since he lost to WWE champion CM Punk at Over the Limit pay-per-view over for Raw's Over the Limit pay-per-view just a couple of weeks ago. And so, it'll be a triple threat. Lashley has proven himself. He did lose to Reigns, though, last week. Will he lose to WWE champion? And see that Christian's gone. But will he lose to WWE champion CM Punk? We shall find out. And now look at this. Rhodes. Just whatever that was. I don't think that's the Crossroads. Is that supposed to be his finisher? Is that supposed to be the Crossroads? Whatever. So we're down to 2. Cody Rhodes, the heel. Sami Zayn, the face. Here we go. Let's go, Rhodes. Well, at this point, Sami Zayn just not going to let that happen. You got to admire the guts, the determination of Sami Zayn. I will admit that. But at this point, He won't cut here in Raw. Guts and determination won't get you that far into his business, kid. SmackDown and ECW short since they're the weak brands here in Raw. You have to have a mean-spirited attitude, like Cody Rhodes, to advance. Nice to know DT by saying, though, I'll admit that. Pulls off great wrestling matches every time. Rhodes, better attitude, though, solid headlock takedown, sticks with it. Rhodes gonna try counter saying, counters his counter. Try saying that 5 times fast. Okay, but I bet you kid, I don't know. Anyway, Rhodes drilling him down. Cody Rhodes not playing no games. Serious suplex. There goes Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes is number one contender for Ricochet's X Division Championship. And so we could have a rematch. No, we are going to have a rematch between Ricochet and Cody Rhodes. Because remember, Ricochet, well, when he was dressed up as Prince Puma, he did eliminate Cody Rhodes from the tournament, which is in the semifinals, which is how Ricochet advanced in the finals to face off against Zack Ryder earlier on in the night to kick off the show. So we shall see if Rhodes could get some revenge. Anyway, non-title action. Punk, your WWE champion, against one of the number one contenders, Bobby Lashley. Of course, Reigns, he's not the number one contender, but he has his rematch clause. He has successfully defended his rematch clause against the number one contender, Bobby Lashley. Lashley would have gotten a title shot either way, but if Reigns won the matchup, it would turn into a triple threat. And at this point, it has turned into a triple threat. Reigns did defeat his tag team partner, Bobby Lashley, last week. Punk, what a high knee strike, trying to prove that he is just the better technician than Lashley at this point. You know, I still got caught this action. These two men are faces. I got caught this action. No heels involved in this one. I hate to call the action, but I have to. So my job as Steve there. Punk, he misses the clothesline. Boy, does he miss it wildly. And now as the count begins, Punk trying to fight back here. Lashley, nice snapmare. Such a dominant superstar. Use the brass knuckles. Yes, he does. That's the heelish tactics I would love for Reigns and Lashley to use. That's the type of heelish tactics I would love from them. Because probably Lashley will start winning more matches. He impressed us in one match. See, Punk with the steel steps. Not steel steps, the steel chair. Heelish attitude there. No squawkations on the outside of the ring, of course. Lashley took a nasty bump, trying to fight back against CM Punk. He has multiple strikes, nails the Irish Rip. Punk falls out of exhaustion, probably, or he just slipped. I don't know. Misses the knee drop, and Lashley, ground and pound. Punk counters, ground and pound, mounted punches, multiple of them. Taking his time while doing them now. Lashley's in deep hot water. In deep trouble here. And what a kick up from Punk into a hurricane. This action's happening so fast, so I'm a little bit late. Well done, both these men on the count of 7. Better get back side of the ring. Punk does. Lashley's on the count of 8. Kick up by Punk. The athleticism of CM Punk, your WWE champion. Definitely very credible athleticism. He'll be good in the X Division roster. Well, anyone could transfer the extra style, I guess. Or could you? I'm not sure. Now Lashley better get back inside the ring. You idiots. Get inside the ring. Oh, come on. Punk defeats Lashley by countout. Anyway, from an unimportant match to something important, the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar once again is being advertised to come over here in Raw. He is going to come over here in the next couple of weeks. It's still unannounced. We'll not know when he is going to come over here in Raw. But when he does, ladies and gentlemen, surely you better be excited. As wait a second, M.V.P, he's in the ring. Change your camera angle, please. M.V.P is what? Well, I wouldn't be lying. I agree. Why is he calling out Apollo Crews? He does deserve a title shot, but wait, what? Okay, now this is just complete chaos. Miz saying of how M.V.P is not even that important. He really is not all that much, but Miz, remember, he does have this rematch clause, so I don't know why M.V.P is doing this. Usually I will agree with that, but Miz, the more important guy here, he has a rematch clause. So, oh, come on. Motor City, whatever. Your tag team partner, Chris Sabin, lost the Battle Royal earlier. Now, you want to see if you can get a title shot? You've done nothing here besides win one simple match. You didn't even win it, to be fair. Whatever. What's happening here? And here come... Oh, my God. Champion Apollo Crews. Okay, I couldn't have cared less, though. Miz deserves to have his one-on-one rematch with Apollo Crews. Crews, he's gonna take up a challenge. It's gonna be a fair four-way at the Live from Industry event. Believe me, I'm excited, but Miz, he deserves his rematch. Of course, usually I would agree with heel tactics like M.V.P, who's now out suddenly trying to act like a bad attitude, trying to have a bad attitude, just so he can make it here. Just so he could make it over here in Raw, and just so he could impress me. So all of a sudden he wants to have a bad attitude, because he knows I trash talked him when he had his matchup against Miz a couple weeks ago on Raw. Whatever. Fail for it at the pay-per-view. Sure, why not? Give the Raw fans something they want. I swear, if Alex Shelley or Apollo Crews retains the championship, and if MVP suddenly wants to be accurate, because also, who gives Apollo Crews the permission to actually accept the matchup? Whatever. Should have not happened. Shouldn't have been a thing. Whatever. Apollo Crews just go let anybody get his championship at this point. Don't give anybody an opportunity. You're supposed to earn it. You're supposed to earn it. But whatever. Also, actually, I'm checking back here. I did actually make a mistake. Actually, he did win the number one contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. When I said that he did one match and he didn't even win it, my bad. I thought I was thinking of something else. But he is actually number one contender. Actually, he is number one contender. He did defeat his own tag team partner, Chris Sabin. He also defeated Sami Zayn Batista in that fair four-way in week 6 of Raw. So that's on me. My bad. I sound like an idiot. I just checked back just to make sure. So actually, he is number one contender. Miz, remember, he still has his rematch clause. MVP, on the other hand, I'm sorry for trash talking. Actually, I'll admit the face was right at this point, and the heel was wrong for the first time here in Raw. I'll admit though, actually he did deserve it. He won the fail for number contenders matchup. That's my bad. It's my bad. MVP now. I'm kind of digging this new mean spirited attitude. MVP demanded in the title shot, but he lost to Miz in like one of the previous weeks of Raw. I believe that was like anywhere between week 1, 2, or 3 of Raw. Probably week 1. I think it was week 1. Then when I trash talked MVP, saying the foul is not important, the foul to Miz way more important than him. But well, MVP also wants a mean spirited attitude. I guess it's a heel turn or not. Or it's just frustrated and fed up that he's been told that he can't do it. Because he really can't. Unless he proves to me that he is a credible heel at this point now with this new mean-spirited attitude as of a couple minutes ago. Whatever. So we go into one-on-one action. Gangrel, one-on-one with Fandango. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of course. I don't even know who's the number one contender for the Raw Tag Team titles. Of course, the Brood, they have their rematch clause against Fandango. Against Breezango. Against the Hardy Boys. The Brood, they have their the Brood have their rematch clause against the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys. But before they faced off against Hardy Boys, before the All-In pay-per-view and the go-home show of Raw, Breezango, they did defeat the Brood. So what does this basically mean? Because if Breezango defeated the Brood before the Brood actually won, wait, one more time, I swear, I got no idea what I'm talking about, because the Brood, they actually didn't win the titles. I feel like an idiot now. If you guys are just watching this and you're so confused, I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot my storylines for Raw. And so I thought that the Hardy Boys were still Raw Tag Team Champions. They're not. What I said earlier is not true. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, they're not Raw Tag Team Champions. The Brood are your new champions, and Breezango, they defeated the Brood before the Brood became Raw Tag Team Champions the night before the All-In Raw exclusive pay-per-view. That's on me. That's my bad. Well, not the night before, but the last episode of Raw before the pay-per-view. So that's on me, okay? I feel like an idiot. You guys can laugh at me. You guys can say I'm an idiot. Don't comment that, though. But you guys can laugh at me. There, get out of your system. I feel like an idiot. Because, well, I guess Breezango, Well, the Hard Boys, they still have their rematch clause, though. Since they lost, they have the rematch clause. We shall see when that goes into play. But I guess Breezango are your number one contenders for Raw Tag Team titles. Oh, man. I feel like me, because I did all plan in the head for, like, almost everything. And I think I completely forgot about the Raw Tag Team Championships. Wait, I'm checking back. I'm not going to be calling the action for this matchup, even though this is probably the longest matchup of the night. Okay. Well, is the Raw Tag Team titles going to be defended or not? No, it's not. Okay. So, the Raw Tag Team titles are not going to be defended at the... They're not going to be defended at the Live from the MSG event, so they probably are going to be defended in Week 9 of Raw. That's my bad. I completely forgot about the Raw Tag Title division with Breezango, the Brood, and the Hard Boys and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's on me. Anyway, going out with my stupidness. My little mistake I just had there. Breezango, awesome. He's busted wide open. I wasn't even paying attention, to be fair. Trying to use the camera. And Gangrel, of course, he's a vampire, so he's attracted to blood. Gonna be teaming up with Vampiro next week on Raw. Now, this brings in the question of, imagine if AJ and Shinsuke Nakamura, if they defeat the Brood, if they defeat Gangrel and Vampiro on... Wow, I have like what happened with that? It could be the same thing like Breezango. So if the Brood lose to Styles and Nakamura, that's not so good. But of course, Styles and Nakamura, if they lose to the Brood, that's not so good for them, because Styles and Nakamura, they're continuing their rivalry with Undertaker and Kane. Unsolved business over the limit was not enough for Styles and Nakamura, as they did get eliminated. Both of them got eliminated. Kane, Tombstone Power Driver, eliminated Nakamura. Undertaker eliminated Styles with the direct sandal off the top rope. So that is not all that good for Styles Nakamura. Anyway, going back to the action now, Gangrel, of course, probably most likely attracted to the blood of Fandango. Fandango, he's busted wide open. There's a whole lot of blood coming out of the forehead of everything of Fandango. And another drop kick. Now Fandango, he's not gonna back down from the fight, of course. He should back down from this one, though. It's Gangrel. You're not gonna win this, kid. He is somewhat winded. Come on, Gangrel. Just suck his blood away. Just suck off his blood out. Make sure Breezango don't make it all the way up until whenever they have the matchup against the Brood. Gangrel now. Okay, never mind. I just got interrupted, which is why there was like a quick audio skip, stuff like that, which is why I said whatever I said. Whatever I said. Did I say or before I got interrupted? Whatever. I had a blank moment before I got interrupted anyway. I might as well call the action, since this commentary is literally so bad. I think this is probably my worst commentary of all my Universe Mode ones. Of all my Universe Mode videos, this is probably my worst commentary, because I legit forgot what I was doing for the Raw Tag Title division between the Brood and Breezango. I completely forgot about that. I thought the Hard Boys were still the Raw Tag Team Champions to kick off the night with when I had the Cruiserweight. I'm not Cruiserweight, the X Division 10-man battle royal to see who comes on with contender. Anyway, Fandango was going to try to steal victory here, and he does. Breezango get one up on the Brood again this time, instead of Todd Breeze pinning Christian in tag team matchup before the Brood's matchup against the Hard Boys. We got Fandango getting major upset and pinning Gangrel, and Gangrel complaining of how Christian's the weak link. Well, he lost to Fandango, so man, Brood not doing so well as Raw Tag Team Champions so far. They've not had a tag team matchup. If I am correct, they've not had a tag team matchup yet. We shall see with Gangrel and Vampiro. Vampiro, of course, the newest member of the Brood. We'll figure that out in next week's main event. Anyway, as we move on into the rivalry, the Raw Tag Team rivalry, the one that I actually remember and I didn't forget, unlike the Raw Tag Team title division the Raw Tag Title thing I had going on. Of course, Styles, Nakamura, they're still in the rivalry with Undertaker and Kane. Unfinished business from Motor Limit. Styles, Nakamura, they want to prove themselves as a credible tag team. Suddenly, since, Shinsuke Nakamura has to act like a hero, and he just has to help out AJ Styles. Once Styles defeated Kane, and then Taker came out and attacked AJ Styles. He could have let it been a handicap situation, but no. Shinsuke Nakamura has to act like a hero, has to kiss up to the fans, has to do everything else just so he could get a cheap pop here over on Raw. How about AJ Styles? Styles and Nakamura get destroyed by Undertaker and Kane at the Unlimited pay-per-view. They want revenge, even though they didn't prove themselves the first time. So what makes them think the second time's going to be a charm? Third time's a charm, that's always a lie. So they shouldn't even get a third match. Or they shouldn't even be getting a rematch of two men of the caliber of Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. But whatever, Nakamura wants to act accurate for the first time in his life. And for the first time here on Raw. But whatever, see the Undertaker nails the suplex. Taker, he needs to get back inside the ring. Let Nakamura rot, which is what Nakamura should have just let happen. Styles just let him rot and not bother to help out. In like week, 3? 4? Week 3 or 4. Yeah, I think week 4 probably. But whatever. Anyway, Nakamura now. He's going to try to fight back against Undertaker. The momentum shift. I'm not liking it. As Nakamura, Sony. He's going to try to pull off an upset here against Undertaker. Seeing like what happened just a couple moments ago with Fandango pinning Gangrel. Breezango, they get more momentum into their Raw Tag Title matchup against the Brood. It's not going to happen at the Live from the Street thing, though. It's not going to happen at that event or pay-per-view, what you want to call it. And Taker going through my announce table. Nakamura. Why? Nakamura just... I want Taker and Kane to kill him. Make it Undertaker go through my announce table. We all know Taker wouldn't want to go through my announce table. We all know Taker and Kane know how much my announce table means to me. And so Nakamura doesn't care. He's throwing Undertaker into my announce table. Trying to make Taker be the victim. I'm trying to make Taker be the suspect of, getting my announce table. I need justice for that. There should be some serious justice in the court of law. Because what Nakamura just did to my announce table is illegal. Undertaker knows it. Taker destroy him. Anyway, going back to the action now. Both men count 6. Both men get inside ring and count 6. And Nakamura, you guys get shoved. The strength of the Undertaker, almost unmatched. We have not had Goldberg in a Raw show in a while, or did we? Did we have him last week? I'm not even sure. I'm not going to bother check. But Goldberg is not going to appear here in this show. Well, of course, Taker and Tombstone Power Driver. That has to be it. Good night, What? You're saying Nakamura cannot kick out of Kane's Tombstone Power Driver, but he could kick out of Undertaker's Tombstone Power Driver? That is bull. That is not real. Something happened. Taker broke up the pin. I'm saying it. Taker just grabbed Nakamura's shoulders and bring it up. Taker bring Nakamura's shoulders up off the mat just so he could do a Tombstone Power Driver again later on. That was a shoulder breaker. That was not a Tombstone Power Driver that time. With Nakamura getting rope break out of that Tombstone Power Driver looking maneuver, that was the shoulder breaker. Or shoulder blade breaker, what? So Nakamura, really? He seriously kicked out of that too? No, Undertaker made Nakamura kick out. He made Nakamura kick out. Some way, somehow. Don't ask me how, but some way, somehow he did. Don't disagree with me. I am your raw commentator. Anyway, going back into the action once more. Taker just going to try to kill Nakamura. At this point, Styles and Kane, they cannot come out here. If they do, some serious consequences will happen from GM Eric Bischoff. Bischoff, he doesn't want all that much chaos. Unlike SmackDown, unlike ECW. ECW with all that chaos, considering Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. That's just a mess. Also considering the chaos with SmackDown. With, the whole Kevin Owens situation, and then Kevin Owens getting injured and stuff like that. Seriously, though. SmackDown and ECW, They're like monsters. They're not going to even pay attention to the well-being of the superstars. SmackDown, they already have two superstars injured. They have Kevin Owens, which is a great heel. I wish I had him over here on Raw. And Heath Slater. Now, well, I don't really care about Heath Slater, but still. He's still injured. You have one half of your tag team who are probably number one contenders since they have their rematch clause against the X for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. So they probably won't get until Heath Slater's healthy again. And over here on Raw, I've been informed just moments ago that Christian, he is, as a matter of fact, actually injured. He is going to be out for like 2 to 3 weeks. Now, see, that's not as bad. That's not a bad arm injury. Unlike for Heath Slater, his arm injury is so bad that it's been unannounced. Kevin Owens has injured ribs. The man can barely breathe over on SmackDown, which is why he's announced for an unknown amount of weeks as well. But also, probably even worse than Heath Slater's arm injury. Christian's is not all that bad, especially since he's the weak link of the Brood, so it's not going to be a serious injury for him. Also, even if it was, it wouldn't matter, because he hasn't even proven himself to Gangrel. But Edge, he has, because Edge is in the middle of the Brood. Vampiro, he's going to be better than Christian, surely. Anyway, Nakamura trying to fight back now. Taker trying to do a full now suplex. Almost happened there. Come on, Taker. You're letting this rookie try to destroy you? Taker just slaps Nakamura down. That was hilarious. Big boot to the back of the head just moments ago as well. And now Nakamura trying to fight back. He shoves Taker down. Baby-like move right there. You're shoving him down. What good and help is that supposed to do? Figure 4 leg lock. Taker immediately getting the rope break via Nakamura's stupidness of having his head on the ropes. Nakamura just stumbling, trying to get up. Cannot get up from the suplex of the Undertaker. And now body slam. Trying to body slam him through the mat. Nakamura off the ropes. What's Taker doing? I wish I knew. Taker. Choke slam. R2 Nakamura. R.I.P. in peace. Rest in peace. Shinsuke Nakamura. You just got choke slammed from one of the men who does it best in this industry, along with his brother Kane. The Undertaker defeats Shinsuke Nakamura via choke slam. That is how it's done. Heroes will not defeat villains here on Raw. Thank you guys for watching the Week 7 edition of Raw. And so that was a very good episode. I'm sorry for my little mistake for when I said the whole thing with the Raw tag titles with our boys having it, and then with Brood being number one contender, stuff like that. I got completely confused. I completely forgot that the Brood actually won that over the limit. And I completely forgot that Fandango and Breezango, aka Ty Breeze, and Fandango. I completely forgot that they were number one contenders as well, due to them defeating the Brood before the Brood actually became Raw Tag Team Champions. Completely forgot about that. Also, once again, this is no longer me, my heel commentary. Just remember that for Raw, I am a heel commentator, so I need to sound completely whiny and, sound like a bad guy. So that's why I'm doing Raw. In ECW, I need to sound like a good guy, even though I don't really. In ECW, I kind of sound like the way I sound like Raw. In ECW, I'm trying to sound like a good guy that just cheers for the faces, aka the good guys. And then for SmackDown, I act like myself. It's kind of difficult to act like a good guy when you cheer for, when you just cheer for the good guys. It's kind of hard for me to do that in ECW. And then, of course, for SmackDown, I act like my regular self, in which way I cheer for faces and heels, and I base it off of wrestling talent and not, attitude. So in SmackDown, I act like myself. Raw, I act like a whiny heel, like what you heard a couple of minutes ago. I'm sorry if that annoyed you. That's just how I need to act for Raw. Then for ECW, I'm trying to act more like a babyface, and, try to just cheer for the good guys, the faces. That's a little bit difficult for me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the Week 7 edition of Raw. This is me and my regular persona now. And next episode, Humorous Mode. Gonna probably be a Raw Fallout. I already got planned for a Raw Fallout. You guys are gonna be a little bit surprised once you see it. And if you guys don't see it, I will tell you about it in Week 8. Which is the reason why we're gonna have a certain match at Week 8. Because I already got planned. And after that, Anyway, after the Raw Fallout, we got Easter Week 7. SmackDown Week 7, where we get the aftermath from the SmackDown exclusive No Surrender pay-per-view. And then we got Week 8, and then we got the Live from the MSG event, and then so on and so forth. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and bye.